Well, I got a few more knives, and actually got 3 the same kind. These are going to be going in my car, and one of the reasons I got this color, it's all black, because there's a place on my Jeep, or my Suzuki SJ 413 Jimny, four-wheel drive copy of a Willys, basically. This thing would fit up behind the seat near the headrest, and it would clip in there. And since it's all black, this would be all black, and it would blend in. It would still be out in the open, compliance with Florida law, because it wouldn't be concealed in the car, and you'd be fine with that. So it opens up pretty quick. I'm probably going to put a little oil on these things. I know what kind of oil I'm going to get for these right now. Yeah, I'm finding a lot of use for this Barricade product, because it's thin like WD-40. It's rust protection for firearms, long-lasting rust protection. But it's like a lubricant too. It's not just a rust protection, but it doesn't really wear out off of the stuff. You know, it stays in there. It's got this little wand on there. You know, this thing opens up quick enough. I mean, I'm not going to fret over it locked. This one probably needs a little adjustment. Looks like there's a little Allen screw in there. That's what usually happens with these things. This one's fine. This one's fine. What I like about this, the liner lock does go right smack in the middle, which is good. It's aluminum handle. It's not plastic. It's a pretty sturdy clip. Not sure what this bullshit's for, but I really got it for partial serrated edge. And the other thing, this looks like a wire stripper in here too. Wire cutter or wire stripper. It's got the little thumb thing right here. You definitely want to make sure the freaking blade locks back good if you're using this thumb thing. It's kind of grippy over here, which is good. It's got the seat belt cutter, which I think is kind of a gimmick, because you really can use the knife as a seat belt cutter. A freaking gimmick, you know. And it's got the glass breaker with the lanyard hole, and I guess that's an additional way to attach something there too, right? You know, if you not sure why there's a hole in there like that, but you know, the nub on this is good, because instead of it being rounded like some of them, it's not perpendicular, it's at the exact right angle. That makes this thing work a lot better, man. This one needs a slight. Let's see how this one is. Oh, this one's fine too. Put a little bit of juice in there. These are going to go in my cars though. They're only $10 a pop, just under $10 each. Yeah, I know they're Chinese. I'm assuming they're Chinese. Yeah, made in Xinjiang, China, man. But you know, some stuff like this one needs to be adjusted. This one needs to be adjusted. This one, it's got a little bit. Well, let's adjust it, man. Okay, so it was just a simple Allen screw, just loosen it up, just a real hair with that, you know, no problem. Now, these open up quick. I mean, if you're a real aficionado, like I worked on this one a while, it opens up pretty quick. And of course, the Italian lever lock opens up quick as shit. But the point is, I can open it up with one hand, no problem. And I can close it. This one here. Oh, it's the other way around, this way. You got to kind of watch with these bayonet type blades. You don't even know which side the freaking thing is on. That's one thing about this blade. You know which side the cutting edge is on. So it's Tac Force. You know, Tac Force, Chinese cheap stuff, but who knows what kind of steel's in it. But good enough, good enough. And the one's going in my El Camino right now. Yeah, this is why it pays not to fix shit. I can reach it actually from the driver's seat, which is over there. Just reach my arm all the way across. It's broken. This thing is broken. This plastic shit. Just put it like that, man. You ain't gonna notice that. If you're in a car, you're looking through the window, you're not gonna see it from that side. And from this side, you won't see it. But you know what? It's still out in the open, so it's in compliance with the law. And I can reach it from this seat, no problem. Now this is inside my Suzuki Jimny 1300. And Samurai, basically, same shit. This one actually is the same as the Samurai. Now you notice this knife, you might notice a little bit because it's brown, right? Well, let's put this one up there instead. Oh, you won't notice this sucker. Is this thing gonna go on here? Yeah. Oh, here it goes. Yeah, you won't notice that thing. That blends right in. That blends right in. And that's with the freaking overhead light on right here, see? You got this off. And I'm looking, if you're looking through the window, you're never even gonna know the knife is there. It's gonna disappear. See, like that, you can't even tell it's there. That blends right in. Versus this one, blended in pretty good, but it's got some brown on it. And it's a little bit bigger. That's why I was thinking of getting these. So that's one for the El Camino and one for the Samurai. Actually, it's a Jimny 1300, but if I say Jimny 1300, nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about. If I say SJ413, nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about. Same engine, same trans, same differentials, same transfer case, different gear ratio in the differentials, but the same as the Samurai. Axle length is a little skinnier, but same crap basically. Very close, you know, it's like the year prior to the Samurai is 75, so. But yeah. Thing's all black, so you know, this one's actually a good knife too, man. I can tell you that right now. It's more heavy duty, but this was like big 13 bucks. Not much to it, man. So, but that's the kind of Chinese stuff I'm getting, because I can tell you right now, I don't know. I think they're going to change eventually, if I'm correct. So let me just talk about this in a second here. And this would also make a great boot knife, because you know, you can pick it up pretty quick. It'll work pretty quick. Fairly thick blade. But if I'm correct on this assumption, you know, you remember when Ronald Reagan became president in 1980? It was some years later where they let the Japanese yen float against the currency. Now, I don't know if they're going to wait that long with Trump. Trump is almost like, you can almost look at Reagan's administration and see what happened in Reagan's administration. This actually happened in the second Reagan administration. The Japanese yen floated against the dollar, and the yen rate went from like 260 yen to the dollar to like 125, 130, like inside of a year. Something like that. It was real quick. And actually, a lot of that occurred within the first several months. So these Chinese knives will be double in price, and then all of a sudden you'll say, well, just buy USA knives. Well, fine, but you see, you got a utility here with these damn things. They actually work, right? So I'm not saying to get all Chinese knives, but if you want to have stuff like in your car that you're afraid might get ripped off, and you want to have it kind of hidden but not too hidden, good deal. The other thing is, if you remember, in October 1987, during the second administration, the second term of the Reagan administration, October 1987, it's one of the biggest stock market crashes we ever had. Which I'm thinking we're going to have this within the first term of the Trump administration. So anyway, that's kind of like political shit, but just this is one of the reasons I'm getting these cheaper knives too. Because I don't think they're going to be cheap forever. And, you know, where are they going to farm the labor out to? If the dollar loses half its value against, or say 40% of its value against the Chinese yuan, it won't be losing 40% of its value against all currencies, but it will lose a decent amount against other currencies. So, kind of telling you, besides utility of this knife, which is it looks like a wire stripper on there, a wire cutter. It's got half-serrated edge. It's got a blade on there that's, looks like it's pretty sharp. It's got your pocket clip. It's got your thumb thing on here for pressing it down. It's got your lanyard hold. I guess this is another lanyard hold if it's open or something, I'm assuming. I'm not sure what that's for. It's an aluminum handle. It's a liner lock. The liner lock in this one needs to be adjusted a little more because it doesn't hit smack in the middle. I'm going to probably file that down here. And it's got the seatbelt cutter on it. So, and this portion on the back here is good if your hand's holding it. It's got the finger grips. Alright. And it's got a nice big spot up here where your finger's not going to slide forward. And, that's also functions as the what do you call it, what actually opens it up, this is a really good one. Actually, that's a really good one. This particular one, out of the 3 models, you notice the liner lock doesn't smack in the middle. We're gonna fix that up. Probably just grind down a blade of hair or some shit in that one spot, and but then we'll have it perfect. But it does pay to get, see right there, just a hair. It does pay to get these damn knives. It does, definitely. And just to tell you what I did, I used a Dremel tool on low speed, and that's exactly where, right there, that's exactly where the liner lock engages. So it engages from that side, right? It comes in this way, right, that way. So that means you want to touch this side of that part of the blade. And I'm not telling you to do this, because if you screw it up, you screw it up, but I didn't screw it up at all. And you don't touch the second half of the blade on that side, on this side. You touch it on this side where the liner lock is first coming into play, right? So now no problem, I can just open it. See, no problem, it fully engages, because the part where it's engaging on the blade is like beveled, so it comes in and then it snaps in where it's got no play in it even, yet it snaps in there real easy. Okay, get what I'm saying? So you take the side of the blade where the liner lock engages, where it's coming in, if it's too tight, you just take a hair off of that, and don't touch the second half of the blade, the back part of the other part of the blade. So it comes in and it hits right smack in the middle. So now it's good to go. I mean, these knives are less than $10 delivered, so don't expect them to be absolutely flawless, right? So not bad, man, not bad. I've adjusted a few of them. Actually adjusted this bad boy a bunch of times, man, too. This one's nice. I like it because it's got the Confederate thing on it. But if you do that, once you take metal away, you're screwed. If you do it wrong, you're screwed. Okay, just give you a freaking heads up on it. But these are good knives to have in your car if you're allowed to have them in your car in your state. I am, but they got to be open, not in a container, not concealed, not under a blanket or towel or a t-shirt or jacket. Even if you're laying on the seat, they got to be open. So I'm like, I don't want to leave them on the seat because somebody fucking steal them or whatever. Right where I got them, they are considered open, but they're definitely not noticeable in the least. So that freaking fulfills those requirements, no problem.